Hello, my loves. Yeah, we are officially starting the Galactic Vision monthly video readings that are exclusive to the sacred space of the Galactic Vision tribe. So I am so stoked to be doing this. I'm so excited to be, bringing through these new teachings and this wisdom that is, it's just had me just like giddy for weeks now, months now, since it's come through me. And now we're officially here. I'm officially talking about it, and I'm doing monthly videos for the, first time ever. I'm kind of going to be going back to how when I first started doing videos, but when I first started doing videos, they were with just the new moon and full moon. But because everything's always so organic with me, I like to just look at the chart and start talking. So this is what I'm going to do with each one of them. But with the monthly videos, I'm going to be having a base greeting for everyone. So you'll want to watch and see when I stop so you can fast forward if you watch another sign. But I wanted to kind of pull everyone together and kind of talk about the monthly theme that is really kind of operating in all of our lives. And then I'm going to go more specific for each sign and tune into what's going on with everybody. As you see too, I also have moon mapping readings in here, and those have been so much fun. It's another thing, one of the things I think when we're born with these gifts, we can learn them from another person. But I believe that for a lot of us, it's just about exploring them on our own, and they develop as we put energy and love and focus into them. So even with the moon mapping readings, I've never done that kind of thing where I tune in to a particular energy of the day and a month in advance. So I was kind of like, I don't even know if these are going to resonate. I was like, I don't know. But every day I would go into a day and I would just be given all these images, and I would have these sensations sometimes in my body. And now that I've done, 2 weeks that I've shown you the last 2 weeks, and now that I've done the next 2 weeks, I see how totally crazy different they are. And I really didn't know that I was able to do this. So I always kind of, encourage people to come out of their comfort zones like that and not think they have to learn it from another person, but to really trust that we're all sovereign beings. We can figure this stuff out on our own. We can do these things on our own. There's a lot of things that we don't really need instructionals from somebody else teaching us how to do this. We innately know how to do this, and it's kind of getting out of our way of judging ourselves, which I'm always kind of like, I don't know if this means anything, but I've gotten enough reinforcement from everybody that now I'm like, this means something. I'm going to talk about this. So it was new for me to tap into the daily energies. I had not done that before, and even with the last 2 weeks that you guys have been able to watch or to read, I didn't resonate with any of those. Like, everybody is having really difficult times in the energy right now, and I was like, I don't really feel anything. I feel great. Like, I've been having some of the best days of my entire life where I just feel so carefree, and I feel like everything is so beautiful and nothing affects me. Things that normally stress me out aren't affecting me at all. And I do have to tell you, I'll just plug this in here, even though I don't like to do this too much with my readings, but we have a new product out that I had Rosie create, and I called it Lightning Bolt, because I asked her to create something that grounds us firmly whenever we have some shocking situation in our life, like running into unconscious people on the streets, and or having an argument with our mother, or seeing something devastating out in the world that, like something like 9/11, like everybody would need lightning bolt, because it just grounds you, and it kind of gives you this overall perspective of what's really going on so that you can move forward solid and not in a fragile state. So when I finally got it in my hands and tried it, I had an example to base it on, and it was amazing how it shifted me within 5 to 10 minutes. So now I've been taking it every day, and what I realized, it's this incredible mood elevator. Like, I am so, like, all these things that everybody has been having such a difficult time with, I have not even felt. So because of the lightning bolt. And I just wanted to let you all know about that, because it's something that you haven't really heard me talk about. I think all of our products are the bomb and are amazing, but this is one I'm really excited about because I feel wonderful and everybody else is freaking out and having such a hard time. And me, I'm just like, hey, you know, it's all good. So it's kind of a profound product, and I want to change it, like lightning bolt to liquid bliss, and they'll be the same. They're both LB, but it's so blissful. It's so, like, it's just amazing. Like, something with the things that she picked for it is just absolutely, it's saved me every day, and I take it every morning. Or if I forget and then something starts stressing me out and I'm like, get to the lightning bolt, and then I take it and I'm like, okay, everything's fine. So it's pretty amazing. So, okay, this month is very much about splitting off, breaking apart, separating. And what we have to realize is that anything, 2016 is the reason that Galactic Vision and the guides came through me to start teaching, or to start sharing these teachings with you. So you already know, I've been saying it for years, that after 2012 we had 3 boot camp years priming us and getting us ready for the things that were to come in 2016 that actually are kind of scary, and kind of, I mean, even some of them are already hitting the scene into our awareness, these threats that could happen, and they are in the manifesting field. So it's very much that this will be the potential and we will be living this. But my galactic guides came through and said we can change this, and it's through enough of us vibrating in the Galactic Vision love, which you'll start to be able to read about in issue 1. And when we are vibrating in this in the 8 vibration of Galactic Vision, we are better able to change situations that can occur on our planet. We are better able to change a person to keep them from doing something devastating and destructive. So through our intentions, we're going to be able to change the world. And it's totally far out, but the more I've been shown all these teachings and the more they're talking to me about this stuff, I know we can do it. So that's why we had the 3 years of boot camp. That's why the Mayan calendar ended. And then we have 3 years to kind of wake up to how we are doing the exact same thing that ended that civilization, which is being too much in the excess of everything, and too much into superficial things, and too much into consumerism, or too much into gold and dazzle and, So, and depleting our resources for the purpose of feeling fulfilled in life through these things that aren't really the means to how we get to that. So we're having the exact same world play out, and we could lose it all. We absolutely, there have been psychics who have seen no more after a certain point, and we're at that point. So there's no time at all to play ego, to play I don't believe this, to play I don't need to change myself, to play I don't need to better myself. We have to right now, and we need everybody signing up and going, okay, I'm ready to learn this stuff, I'm ready to take the high road, I'm ready to shift my vibration up into the Galactic Vision so that I can start influencing this planet and keep us alive this time. We're having the exact same tests, and we can just fizzle away and die and have it, there's 200 people on Earth, or we can really just start making these changes to rebuild this planet and to change our way of thinking, which has gotten us into the hole we're in. But at the same time, it's not about judging ourselves, because we are just doing what we have been shown. We are buying all these things because it's all we've known. So it's not about putting ourselves down, or it's not about putting other people down too. They're only doing what they know. So what you're going to see in the Galactic Vision, it's not about making another person the bad person. And if you understand history, and this is just what I'm getting, because there's so much more to it, but one of the things that really changed American culture and history was when Nixon was just got into office or something, or he was in office for a while, but yeah, Nixon was in office. Okay, so when the people started saying, no, we don't want to have war. So when the youth, for the first time ever, rose up and said no, and they were like, we can come together in numbers and we can change going to Vietnam and murdering people and thinking that war is the way. So when the 60s, in the late 60s, when that uprising came, that is when the forces behind, you know, Nixon and the government, they really kind of stepped in to bring about the me against you mentality. So that's when people who were opposing the war were evil, you know, and it was painted through TV, it was painted through any means to get messages out that people who were disputing the war were terrorists or, you know, whatever. And we had this again played out with 9/11, and now we're having it again played out now. So we're back in that me against you, me against you, me against you. And it's really gotten us to where we are right now, that we now have this mentality of always judging another person, always putting them down, always needing to cram our opinions down their throats. And it's not how we do it. You know, we can actually change people more through energy and through visualization than we can through trying to tell them, no, my sports team is better than your sports team. Listen to me, you know. Everything that you really see out there now is me against you, me against you, me against you. My race is better, my sex is better, my sports team's better, my town is better, my country is better. And it's all a bunch of bullshit because we're all connected, we're all one, we're all affecting like a big mass thing of water. Like every one of us is affecting everybody else. So Galactic Vision is going to open us to that. And with where we are right now, things are breaking apart. So relationships are ending, friendships are ending, work relationships are ending, jobs are ending, living in places are ending. So if you're feeling like this really strong discomfort right now, it's for a reason. The place you're living is not right. The person you're sleeping to is not right. That friend is not right. That collaboration is not right. And if it is right, it feels great. You know, if it is right, it's like, you know, I was telling my best friend in town here, I was talking about this weeks ago, and I'm just recognizing my relationship with people, and I love her so much. This is Rosie, actually. I'm the one who created Lightning Bolt and creates all of our, you know, amazing products. And I was like, every time I'm with you, you know, I never feel uncomfortable. I never feel like I can't say anything. I never feel like I'm picking up on something weird. I never feel like you know, I never feel like I can't say something, I'm having to hold back, but I really need to say something to her. It's nothing but 100% smooth flow, totally natural. I can be myself, she can be herself. And I was telling her, I was like, we really need to be more honoring of our space and only go for things like this, because we sacrifice a lot. We think, well, this has been my friend forever, so I'm gonna hang out with her even though she's so negative, and I am so down when I leave her, and I've been in this relationship for 30 years and I should never leave it because I swore we'd be together until death, and blah blah blah. We've talked about this in recent videos, and right now with this splitting apart energy, it's making it so that it's like intolerable. It's like, I can't even stand the sight of you, or I can't stand to even smell you, or I can't stand to hear your voice. Like, it's like absolute oil and water right now with the people that we are not meant to be in, with the towns we are not meant to be in. You know, and even with that, there's certain locations where we just shine, you know, and there's certain places where we just feel like we're dying. Things just aren't right. And it's really about us taking the risk and opening to where that new place is, where that new person is, where that new job is, where that new way to make a living is. And it doesn't have to be anything that's stressful. And the most important thing, because we come from this foundation of judging everybody as, oh, you're bad, there's something wrong with you, we have to retrain our brain to say, we're breaking apart, but it doesn't mean anything bad about me, and it doesn't mean anything bad about you. You know, we have to retrain ourselves to stop going back into that old pattern of then being like defending this thing, or, you know, laying out the, well, you do this and I can't, and da-da-da. Like, we don't even need that. Like, just end it. It's not working anymore. We have to end this, you know? It doesn't need to be this huge debate of like putting somebody down, shaming someone, making them feel bad. It just needs to be, we don't resonate, period. And I'm actually going to be talking about this in the next Galactic Vision, but I'll just jump in with it right here. We're not meant to like everybody. You know, we're not meant to love and like everybody. That's not how it needs to be. If we loved and liked everybody, we would not have those best friends that feel so amazing. You know, you will never leave their life unless something changes. You know, we need that contrast. So if we just liked and loved everybody, we wouldn't have these amazing friends that we feel such soul connections with. So we just have to understand that it's a barometer. It's something showing us, guiding us as to, this person isn't really right for me, this person is right for me. So we're going to talk about that in the next Galactic Vision, and some teachings on how to go about that, how to initiate that, how to honor that, and how to just make the decision and go on. Because it's the same way if you made a bath and it's ice cold water, you put your foot in there and you're like, ah, I forgot to turn on the heat, I am not taking a bath. You don't just then force yourself to get in it and just deal with its ice coldness. You walk away and you go, okay, I can't take a bath right now, though we have no hot water or whatever, you know. So there's going to be all these teachings that kind of show us how to do this in honoring ways. So this month you can expect that fractures are splitting you off in every direction. You just need to honor it. You just need to go with it. You don't need to put other people down because of it or judge them. And you also need to be open to a realignment of more suited people into your life. So everything that ends brings about something that's going to begin. So do understand that if something's ending for you, there's something new that is going to arrive. And when you're in the Galactic Vision, you trust that. You don't judge this as the end of the world, the end all to be all, or I say that wrong, my editor told me, and I can't remember, the be all to end all, but you don't always judge something as something being wrong. You're more just like riding in a roller coaster, and you know that it's not smart to get off, and you don't know what's going to happen, but you know you're going to be safe, and you're going to eventually be getting off of that and being like, oh my God, that was so much fun! You know, while you're in it, you're like, oh, I want to do this, and I'm freaking out, and then you're always like so exhilarated when it was over. So it's really about learning to trust that, learning to trust the Galactic Vision lifestyle, learning to see where you go and being okay with that, and not labeling it as good or bad. My team's better than your team. My opinion's better than your opinion. You're so behind the times because you have no clue about GMOs. We don't need any of that. We don't need to judge anybody for what they're doing. We just kind of have to trust and use our energy to be like, they're going to wake up from that. You know, something's going to shift in the world, and they're going to wake up, and we're going to be able to combat this issue instead of getting mad and shoving our things down people's throats. So this month is all about breaking apart, but being excited for what is going to then come back to us and magnetize towards us. Okay, so now check out where the minutes are, because I'm going to be saying these on everyone. and now we're going to get into the monthly readings for December 2015. Okay, see you soon, as in 1 second. Bye, kinda. Hello, my dear Leos. Let's see what's going on for you. Let me just look at the symbols really quickly and kind of see what is happening for you right now. Okay, so there are 2 very different ways that Leos are feeling right now. So, And it's, you know, it's kind of funny because that's kind of what I feel about Leos too. Some are extremely confident and some are extremely insecure. And but coming to the path of, you know, being on the middle ground there of a secure confidence. So it's not like over the top insecurity confidence, and it's not insecure so that they don't even act and don't really show things and stay in the background, but there's a middle ground that all Leos are trying to reach, where they naturally shine and express themselves but don't actually put energy into it happening. That's the beautiful Leo. That's when you see someone who's doing that, who's not working to be seen, that's when they really, you know, get our attention. And the ones who don't, are really insecure, we kind of don't notice. And then the ones who put too much energy into being seen, we kind of don't notice either. But the ones who just naturally emulate that beautiful confidence of just knowing they're ridiculously special, knowing it and not needing to prove it, those are the ones we really do bond to and love. So there's something where there's two different really aspects of how the Leos are feeling right now. And some are so creative and having all these amazing ideas, and something too with their mind is really focused on seeing more of what they can do and being very happy and motivated about that. Like, I want to change this, I want to do that, oh my gosh, I'm on fire with creativity. So it feels like some are so incredibly on fire with creativity this month, and others are really insecure and not feeling like they're in the correct field anymore, or there's also something with oversaturation, saturation. So there's almost like too many avenues that have been explored because you're so creative. So you're like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, I want to do that. And right now there's something really important. If you are on the insecurity side, it's because you just need to narrow one of those down. You don't just need to keep busy by now creating this, now doing that, now expressing as that, you know, 20 different artistic expressions, and really kind of focus on one that is the most natural and really makes you the happiest. And there's something too with money here of you may have like taken on everything as a way to make money, thinking, well, if this one thing didn't generate money, I'll do this to generate money. So there's money on the forefront of those artistic creations, and we cannot have that. You will notice that nothing really works out if you particularly are looking at this in terms of how much money you can make from it. So money will be siphoned out of you and cut off if you are going towards your creative dreams with that as a top reason for doing it. So, you know, it's really kind of a new way of living that a lot of us are waking up to in regards to our artistic creations, that having money too much at the forefront tends to kind of suck off their potency. It dilutes their potency. And it's hard, you know, because we do have to sustain ourselves. We do have to promote our things. We do have to get out there. But what I like to believe is that so much of what we magnetize, whether it's money, business, love, a new home, everything really is focused into our intentions and our energy and the thoughts that we're saying in our head when nobody knows what we're thinking. And for you right now, you have so much power to shift every aspect of your life this month through the thoughts that you're holding, and through the way that you're using words, and through, you know, the energy that you're putting out to manifest your dreams. And I think I was talking about this in one of the videos, but when I don't do it so much because now I'm always kind of trying to slow things down, but before I started, and when I first started, I would make time every day to visualize my work getting into the hearts of all the people who need it. So to me, it was always this ritual of putting that energy out into the world so that those people could find me, and so that the correct people could find me. And it was nothing to do with money. It was nothing to do with fame. It was nothing to do with getting attention. It was really just kind of putting myself into that vibration of just being joyful for my stuff reaching the correct people. So it's important that you do that kind of thing. You're also very much, this one I see as a stone being carved down, but it's about really kind of honing in on your soul's purpose work and what you really are here to do outside of all the things that you find interesting and have maybe tap danced around or put a little toe in this and then a little toe in that and a little dabbling in this and that, and really kind of hone in on what it is that you really love to do and what it is that really lights you up and what it is that you've always done, you know, because I'm always talking about this to people. What we end up doing is something we've done our whole life. You know, it's a gift we've offered, it's a skill we've offered, it's something we've enjoyed seeing others do, it's something we've studied, and really kind of honing in on that right now, because you're also, not only are you in it, but it's going to continue to keep coming more into your soul's purpose work and what you're here to give back. So that's something that you're probably sitting and pondering right now. What do I really love to do, and what can I do that's going to make a difference in the world? You know, I've done all these other things, I've enjoyed doing all these other things, but what is it that I'm really good at, really love to do, and can be of service to the world? And then for that, you know, we don't have to figure things out. We don't have to we don't have to beat down the pavement to make things work. And for some people, they want to do that and it works, and that's great. But for most people, it's so much more fun to just work with energy and to just ask for the guidance to come and ask for the steps to come, and to know that you're always being supported, you are taken care of, there is a purpose to your path, and you don't have to make things happen. So you're in a really big space of being able to tap into that sacred energy that is just manifesting through visualization and the desire to be of service to the world, so that those things can then start coming to you naturally, organically, and energetically. So, but your mind needs to be on trusting that this kind of stuff can happen. I always say that, like when you first start working with magic or working with the mystery, it's so important that you're not trying to control the situation, and that you are open to knowing that what you need is going to come your way. So there's something really important with that and with you during December, in knowing that the good things are going to be coming your way and that more understanding is going to be coming your way. It's really important that you don't get down on yourself and too critical with thinking things aren't moving quick enough, with saying, I don't know what I need to do. You know, you never want to say that. I don't know what I need to do. I don't know. You don't need to say, I don't know. It doesn't matter if you really don't know. You don't need to put that out there, because that's saying that you need to be in control of situations when in fact you don't. And you really just know, I know that the perfect solution is going to come to me. I know that my dream career will come to me. I know that people will see, you know, what I'm putting out into the world. I know that people will receive this. So for you, it's all about changing those words that you're using and the words that you're putting out there. And you are building something right now. So you are working on something, putting the pieces together. I see you drawing out ideas, and the more too you can be in that, the more it's going to, oh my gosh, you know what I came up with? Nobody's doing this in the world yet. Oh my gosh, you know what just came to me? So it's a lot of moments when you're in the stillness and just meditating through your art, that things are going to come to you, but it's not through force. It's not through looking out there and seeing what's already been done and trying to put your own spin on it, but it's really through allowing this to come through you. And also, you know, honor you're building something right now. Your energy is building. It's not about bringing it forward. It's about thinking this through, and you're actually being encouraged to kind of pull back a little bit. Be alone, but also really kind of think about what brings you joy and what would bring you joy. And then just to also kind of saturate yourself in those situations that feel joyful, so that you then can kind of start vibrating in this new way, so that all those things of joy start magnetizing your way. So that's kind of cool. You also are not to have any fears about money. One thing you really need to be positive about at this time is knowing that you're supported, knowing that you have a place in the world, knowing that the money will come when you need it. knowing that there's no reason to worry because things have slowed down. I do know that for most businesses out there, this was the most unusual holiday season they've ever seen. And it's really because we're changing patterns of how we deal with this time of the year. And a lot of people are in this resentment of buying things for other people. So a lot of people's sales are down. But in the new year, they're going to start coming through again, because we'll be back in the, well, I want to buy this for me. You know, we'll be back into that kind of mode. But it has a lot of people worried, and it has a lot of people putting the wrong kind of energy into, is something wrong? Do I need to control the situation and do something? And actually you just don't. You know, you're trying to catch on to this vibration of manifesting through energy so that you can see that all these other things in your life ripple out into this more amazing, you know, carefree expression of life, instead of control or forcing or manipulating things to work. So you just need to know it's going to be okay. You don't have to worry about the money. None of us have to worry about the money. The less you can think about the money, the better, because that's when it really seems to attract to us. When we are in those needing states, when you need this to happen, when you need this much money to come, it's pushed away. And it's something, when you become a master of manifesting, it's something you learn. When you need to win that lottery ticket, you never will. When you need to sell this many, you won't. But when you just kind of trust that no matter what, you'll be taken care of, and that's, you know, a big thing for you right now. Know you're supported, know you're taken care of, know that things are coming together, and you'll see so much more in the new year. But don't get too nitpicky and critical on all the things that aren't working out right now, and just trust. I know it's going to work out. I don't know, and here I'm telling you to say I don't know, even though I said don't say I don't know. But I don't understand yet what is manifesting in my life and how it's going to come together, but I do know it's going to work out, and I'm going to be supported, and I'm going to be so happy. So really, kind of for you more than any sign right now, use those affirmations. Well, there's probably another couple signs, but be in those affirmations, be in those positive thought processes. Even though things look murky and confusing and you don't know what's going on, still hold the space of knowing it's going to make sense in the future. I know that this means something wonderful for me. Okay? That's your December. Have a beautiful month.